Hey, this is Mr. White, and then we have special guest. Who's our special guest today?
Themis Rallis, that's me.
Yay! All right, so Themis, we're gonna need to find. Here's our function f of x. We need to find the x and y intercepts. How do we do that?
Well, to find the y and x intercepts, for the y intercepts you set, you put 0 in for x.
So that's 2, 0 to the 5/3 minus 5 times 0 to the 4/3. And?
That'll equal 0, so 0 minus 0.
Yeah, 0 to the 5/3 is 0, times 2 is 0, everything's 0. All right, so that means the y-intercept is 0, which means it goes through the origin. And x-intercepts?
You set the equation equal to 0 and solve for x.
So 0 equals 2x 5/3 minus 5x 4/3. Okay?
You move one of the two to the other side, so
5x to the 4/3 equals. Okay? All right, so now I gotta start getting things away. What is that? Is that a 4?
Yeah, that's a 4.
All right. My goal is x equals.
So at this point you could raise both sides to the power of 3.
Okay, so do that with another one. 3 and 3. Good technique. I like that. So how does that? What happens?
That would eventually come out to be 5x to the 4th.
Ooh.
Or not.
5 cubed.
Yes, so that's 125.
125.
X to the 4th.
X to the 4th equals 2 cubed.
8x to the 5th.
8x to the 5th. Okay. Almost there.
You can move the x's to one side and the constants to the other.
Okay. So which side?
So you can move the 8 to the left side and the x to the 4th to the other.
Like this? And then what do I have on this side?
You'll just have x.
X. Perfect. 125/8 is the other one, which is around 15.5. And then you can see right here, if I plug in 0 and 0, of course, there's an x-intercept at 0, right? Both sides will be equal if I plug in 0. And we already found that one. It was 0, 0. Okay, part B says to find the f prime. So f prime of x equals?
You take the derivative of f of x, so using the power rule, you bring down the 5/3 so that you get 10/3 x to the 2/3.
2/3, correct? Minus?
Minus 20/3 x to the 1/3.
To the 1/3. Okay, there's our f prime. It says, hence find the coordinates where f has a horizontal tangent. So we'll take this guy over to another page, and we'll start working from there. Hopefully this works. Cool. All right.
Now it says that it has a horizontal tangent, so when the slope is 0, so you set that equal to 0.
So 0 equals 10/3 x to the 2/3 minus 20/3 x to the 1/3. Okay.
Could you factor out a 10/3?
I could. I won't. I can multiply both sides by 3. If I want to, I can then divide by 2. I think what I'll start to do is just put this whole guy over on this side.
Oh, okay. Like you did in the first one.
Yeah, just like the first one. Same technique, and then we'll just start getting x alone. So 20/3 x to the 1/3 equals 10/3 to the 2/3. Okay? And then I can just get, let's just do that. Yeah, let's just do that now. So multiply both sides by 3. These go away. Divide by 2. What am I left with? And where?
You have 10 on the one side. No, wait, divide by 2 or divide by 10?
Sorry, 10, yeah.
Then you have 2 on that side and 1 on the other.
2 on this side and then the 1. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. And now?
Then you do the same thing as you did on the first problem, where you move the constants to the left side and the x to the right.
Well, let's get it down to x first. Remember we did last time, we raised it to the third power.
Yes, of course.
I think that would be the best technique.
Mm.
Okay, and we have?
Then you have 2x. 8x.
Again.
Yeah.
8x equals?
X squared.
Squared. Now I think it's easy to move.
Yeah.
Move around. Okay.
So you move the x to the side.
Good.
And you'll end up with x equals 8.
X equals 8. What does that mean?
That means that there is a point on the graph where it has 0 slope at x equals 8.
At x equals 8, there's a 0 slope. Now, we don't know if it's 0 slope in that sense or 0 slope in that sense yet. We got to figure that out, which I believe is the next question. The next question says, determine the intervals where, but we're not done though with MS.
Aren't we?
X equals 8, but if I plug in 0 here, or if I plug in 0 here and here, it also equals 0. So there's a 0 slope at 0 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another 0 slope.
Yeah, 2 points. So we need to find out where the function's going up and down, which will help us determine if this is a min or a max, and if this is a min or a max. Okay, so we do that with a number line. So we plug in 0, and we plug in 8. So this is part ABC, I believe. Let me make sure. Increasing, no, D.
C is what we just did.
Yeah, there, D. Okay, so if we plug in, well, what should we plug in this area?
Probably -1.
-1, so this is f prime. Okay, so we plug in -1. If we plug in -1, where would be a good place to plug in -1? Let's just plug it in here.
Okay.
-1 squared to the 1/3. This is positive. -1 to the 1/3 is going to be negative times a negative. Means it's positive. So that means it's going up from -infinity to 0. Okay? If we're going, plug in 1 again. Let's plug in 1. Plug in 1, positive. This part's positive. And yeah, so that's 1 and 1. And 10/3 minus 20/3 is?
Minus 10/3.
Minus, yeah. So it's going down. Okay, and then let's plug in 10. No. Something we can take the cube root of. 27.
27.
27. So cube root of 27
is 3.
3.
Squared is 9.
9. And then, so 9 times 10 is 90/3. And then
27, cube root of 27 is 3 times 20, which is 60.
60. So 90 minus 60
is 30.
30, which is?
Positive.
Positive. So it's going up. So the function is going up to down to up. So that means that this is a maximum and this is a minimum. We good with that?
Yep.
All right. Moving on. So we need our